Hey One Detroit, I'm Zozette Gear, and I'm the managing producer for the show. My favorite and finally tonight is the profile Detroit rap artist Detroit Che, the first female musician we've ever featured on the show. Music is a hobby for me, but for Che, it's her life. I really love how introspective her interview is and how we get to go behind the music. I found her candor about how her outlook on life has changed, about her struggles, and her overall journey really engaging. Check it out.
My name is Detroit Che. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and this is my High 16.
Just give me a little bit about yourself and your background. Where'd you grow up? And, just give me some details.
I grew up on the west side, Detroit, 7 Mile. I mess with the east side too, still all Detroit. I think my first performance, my mom would make me like rap because like she knew I liked music, but I was still, like I said, still was doing basketball and stuff.
Move.
Exactly, like come on baby, do your little dance. It's like, Mom, come on.
Not DJ Drama, I promise you I don't want any problems, but I've been crossed by this competition, logos on them pockets. I've been fighting with mama, she wants me.
About what age would you say you started actually getting into music and looking at it as a serious path for your life?
I probably have to say like 2015, after the BT Hip Hop Award Cypher, is when I really was like, oh wow, like this is real. Like I can actually make a living, and not just make a living, but I can actually make an impact off of this.
I'm from Detroit, Michigan, homie, yes, the home of the Lions. My homies was dying, rock hoodies during moments of silence. Passionate, practicing, activists, know what it's shady, capitalist.
Who's your ideal listener?
I think my music is for an audience of listeners who appreciates realism. If you're listening to my music and you can't like take away who this person is after listening to it, I don't feel accomplished as an artist. I mean, hip hop solely. You know, it's reality, it's life.
I'm gonna read you a line from a song that you put out in 2014 and a line from a song that you recently put out. You them bricks ain't yours, that ain't yours.
Ooh, that's act like one.
To now, I could change the world if I stop drinking, if I start thinking.
Yes.
How do we get from 2014 to where we are today?
It was just necessary changes that I had to go through, just maturity, and I didn't want to use my platform in a diminishing way, I guess, to the listeners. And even still now, like I'm becoming more aware of my influence.
Tell me something about Che that most people wouldn't know or most people wouldn't suspect.
I guess the most intimate thing would be, just a constant battle with just depression. I've already exposed that side of me, however, but it's not a thing that just ended. It doesn't have like an ending period. It's still things that I'm going through as an artist. If that's something that I can tell people, it's like, the verses that I made years ago about depression and everything, those things still reside with me.
Because I still see no changes. I hated my ways, so I try to erase them with a gun to my head, but I ain't cold banging and I'm
What differentiates a Detroit artist from anybody else in the world?
I just think that, and this may sound cliche, but it's honest. I just think Detroit breeds a different type of just human being. Looking back on the examples that we had, looking back at Motown music. And now I'm not trying to compare and contrast or anything like that, but it's like, as an artist, if I'm not aware of my history, I don't know how to continue the Detroit legacy as a person or as an artist. Right. So I don't know, I feel like Detroit just breeds just a different type of hustle. Like I can go somewhere and people be like, you from the D? Yeah.